Check it out, guys. So it looks like the markets are slowly leaning red right now, as it is about 3:15 on the East Coast, and that's after we had some green earlier today. I think it was in the Nasdaq and the S&P. I mean, they weren't, vastly in the green, but they were slightly in the green, and now even those are leaning red, as we have the Russell down 0.3% and the Dow's leading the losses down almost 0.5%. So we're going to break down the charts today, the indexes, and of course some stocks that I'm looking at. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000, guys. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Get your stocks. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video and break down what's going on right now with the indexes and, again, some other stocks that I'm looking at. So the S&P is down barely. I mean, 21 cents in terms of SPY. Now it's down about 9 cents, 0.02%. But overall, we're hovering right by the highs, it looks like, from yesterday, a little bit under those highs. And mind you, yesterday we almost hit so close. We got so close to hitting all-time highs. All-time highs are a little bit under 480 on SPY. We got the 478.67 to show you how close we got, about $1 away. But it looks like now, the day after that, looks like we're battling to get back to 478. We actually were at 478 this morning. Then we saw a bit of a sell-off. Now we're chopping around 476, 477. So on SPY, heading into next week, guys, I'm going to be looking for that shot above 480, to be honest. I'm going to be watching to see if we do see potentially this ascending triangle play out. Let me draw it out right here on this 1-hour chart so you guys can see. If we do start plowing through, let's say 478, especially 480, for all we know, man, this could be off to the races. And I've seen some crazy predictions on the S&P for this year, which I don't necessarily agree with. I saw somebody saying 6,000 on the S&P or 6,500. I was like, come on, man, that's just insane. But could I see SPY get to 500 plus fairly soon here? Yeah, I could see that in the short term. Again, if we do break above that 480 mark. So let me set my alert at 480. That's going to be a big spot, again, here on SPY moving forward. And Triple Q, if I draw this up, or pull it up, rather, we can see if I clear the drawing set, we have 413. That's a big spot here. Let me draw that out, 413.10 roughly. That was the high from the end of last year, which happens to be the all-time high. Then we sold down to 393. You guys remember that was a 5% sell-off, and now we've pretty much recovered all that. So let me set my alert for this week at $413. Mark is at or above 413. And if we do crack over that all-time high, man, who knows? We could be getting ready for a breakout. And this kind of looks like a cup and handle forming right now on this 1-hour chart. So that's worth monitoring here on Triple Q. And if you guys saw the metals today, I'm not sure if you saw. Let's quickly glance at those. Silver went up 2.7%, or actually the market's not closed yet. Silver is currently up about 2.7%. You guys can see now it looks like we're starting to get back, or at least we're trying to fight back to the mid-20s. Will we get there? Time will tell. But silver's up 2.7%. And the charts do look a bit wonky on silver. But gold, the charts look way more bullish, of course. It's up over 1.5% on the day. It looks like we are bouncing off the bottom of this channel. Look at this on the 4-hour chart, guys, on gold, which, who knows, man, it could be going back to 2,100, maybe higher if this does play out. So we might as well break down some stocks and ETFs that I'm looking at. And now that gold's here, we just saw gold, top of mind, GLD, guys, GLD. Add that one to your watch list, because essentially this just tracks the price of gold. Like the spot Bitcoin ETFs, that came out, by the way, video on that coming out tomorrow. Like those track Bitcoin, GLD tracks the price of gold. You guys can see if I draw this out. Let me do this right here real quick. Boom. We can see GLDs essentially, in the same uptrending channel that gold is, as we saw on the gold chart. So if we do think gold's going to go to 2,100 plus, which I think is possible in the short term, GLD is worth watching for a move here between 190, 188, 190 to about 195, maybe even higher than that. So keep your eyes on GLD for sure, guys, as metals are starting to look pretty bullish here after that CPI report that we just got, which we got that yesterday morning. You guys probably saw that. And SLV is one that I'm watching for silver, which silver right now is fighting to hold. Again, it's up 2.7%. If we go back to this, it's fighting to hold 23 and get back to 25 plus. And if it does do that, man, SLV, I'm telling you, that's going to be one worth watching. No doubt about it. So SLV, add that to your watch list, guys, and GLD for that matter. And let's run through some other ones here on my watch list that are doing pretty well now as we are about to wrap up the week. And about 40 minutes from now, it looks like Groupon GRPN is looking pretty good. It's up around 5.6%. And this is one of those high interest, short interest stocks that we've talked about before here on the channel. And it looks like it's slowly reversing, man. It's above the moving averages. We have a golden cross. We're actually now breaking above the highs from, it looks like, last week. So the next main resistance on Groupon, to be honest, by the looks of it, is 15.50 to about 16.25. These are big spots coming up, but we're only at 13.50, man. We could have some more upside here on Groupon. And as silver's doing very well, this is very risky though, but this silver mining stock, First Majestic Silver, is up on the day about 5%. That'd be another one worth watching here in the short term at least, but of course way higher risk with a stock like that. Looks like Meta, when it comes to big tech, Meta's up over 1% on the day. And oh my gosh, look at that, guys. We just hit a fresh high on Meta at 377 on the 4-hour chart. That's got to be a yearly high too, right? 52-week high. And maybe, what's the all-time high? 384. Okay, so Meta's almost back to all-time highs now. We're about, what, $11 away. So don't be too shocked. Maybe after earnings, if Meta's breaking out to 400 plus, man, it's possible. Who knows? We have earnings coming up here fairly soon. And I guess last time they reported, the stock did dump off. But other than that, their recent earnings reports, from my memory at least, the stock's been ripping every time after earnings because they've been doing pretty well. Except for the last time. The stock looked like it dropped, but ultimately it did recover all the loss and hit a fresh high. So either way, I mean, it did very well after earnings. It just took some time last earnings, which is why trading around earnings is very difficult, guys, very risky. But yeah, Meta's looking pretty good heading into earnings, up over 1% right now, guys. Let's see what else. CRM just keeps defying the laws of gravity, guys. CRM up yet again, 1%. Let me pull it up and see what's going on here. This thing just hit another 52-week high, it looks like, earlier today. So let's see how that continues to play out here moving forward. It looks like Google is also looking pretty good. And to be honest, guys, this looks poised to hit all-time highs pretty soon. Is that guaranteed? Obviously not. We don't have the crystal ball here. I wish I did. That'd be nice. But, you know, it looks pretty good technically. You know, we have an ascending triangle here. You guys can see now we're slowly breaking above 140 to 144, 145. And on the 3-year chart, I've been saying this, I could see Google going all-time highs. All-time highs are at 152. We're at 144, man. We're almost there. We're about $8 away, which if we do fully break out here on the next leg up, we're going to be at all-time highs. And full disclosure, Google, I'm sure you guys might remember this. My new viewers might not, but Google is actually my biggest individual stock holding, and it has been for many years at this point. And I've mentioned this before time and time again on this channel. But yeah, just for the new viewers, this is my biggest position when it comes to individual stocks. Of course, I own a bunch of stocks. I own ETFs as well, well diversified. But yeah, when it comes to stocks, this is my biggest one. And yeah, it looks like it's on the verge of all-time highs with earnings coming up here fairly soon. It looks like, what day are their earnings? It looks like on the second and last day of January. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. as always. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe here on YouTube. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs by the end of 2024. And don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo. Fund your account at least $100. Using that link down below, you get 5 stocks, and fund your account at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Guys, get on it. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.